Hello, beautiful souls. I'm here today with my very first of what will be a weekly video called The Sound of Love. And I call it that because I'm going to do every week a light language activation, transmission, followed by a channeled message. And the light language I already recorded a little bit earlier, so you're going to see me looking a little bit different. I'm going to post that, and then I'm going to bring through a channeled message from the Council of 12. And up until this point, I've been working a lot with the Council of 9, and in the month of October, I went through another huge death and rebirth. This one felt perhaps like the deepest that I've gone through, but I've been going through many death and rebirths over the last few years with all these energies that are coming through that are encouraging us into ascension. And this last one, really, I felt like I was mourning for a while. It was like mourning who I was without even really knowing what I was leaving behind, but knowing that something about who I am and who I was being left behind. And in the rebirth of this, last Friday, I was connecting with a friend and doing some channeling for a book that we're writing and expecting it to be the Council of 9 who came through. And I didn't even realize that they introduced themselves as the Council of 12. He picked it up and mentioned it to me after I finished channeling. And what came through after that, I feel like my channeling is changing. There's less of me present, it felt like, when I was channeling, even though I still am a conscious channel. But also that because of this transition that I've just gone through, the Council of 9 have moved aside, and it's now the Council of 12 who are coming through. So in this video, I'm going to click in that light language for mastery, and the light language is an activation that's actually clearing our bodies of anything where there's resistance to stepping into our mastery, because mastery is a very important step in this ascension. We clear away the old who we were, just like I'm talking about my death and rebirth. We continue to do that at many levels, and then we begin to step into our mastery, which is living life in a totally different way. We may still be challenged by life, but those challenges are just something that we know is what today is offering, and that it's offering something that's going to be beneficial for us. It's like the mastery is not being connected to the emotional side of living in this world. It's accepting everything that is as it comes, knowing that somehow it's serving, so that you're in a state of being very calm inside, a lot of internal peace. And also another piece that I've just recognized in myself is, as a physical empath, an empath on all levels, a physical empath will often take on, you can feel other people's energies very easily, and often you'll take that on like you need to fix it, which can be overwhelming, and it's not always yours to deal with and yours to fix. And I've recognized that I'm able to move myself from that now, which is another realization of myself moving into this mastery, that I can separate myself from that and not feel like I always need to be the healer and taking on other people's energies and moving it through me. So there are many levels to mastery. So I'm going to pause here. I'll insert the light language so that we can be cleared of that. And they also anchor in some very beautiful energy at the end of the light language. And then I'll bring it back to the message that's coming through from the Council of 12. Awaklahi ich kama atwa e ikna atwa e. Utakaha ilawa achkana I makai ikla achwa e ina. Umaktakaha ich kana atwa e ikna I. Ikachwa ikna mikataha ikna o ela. O ela tikshna miktakaha mikla alwa e ich kana a. Ichkana u wa ikna alawa e ichka. Matawa ichkana alawa ichkana. Alawa e ochkana. Ochkana mitakai o eka taliwa ikawane ichimakatiwa kikala a ichkana hayako e ikana huktakaha ilawa achkana imai o takai ilawa chikeana ilawa chike. Ichkaila mikanawa ichkana o kaihi alo ichina ikana utamaka ichka alawa e ikana oktakawa I achkana I aka atakahe miko ichkana malawa I acha kena taki ahaya koala koala mikayacha ikna atwa e ataka mitaka hai owichkanahe mika alewana ichmaka atwa. Thank you to the ancestors. I saw them. My nose is itchy. I saw them doing a lot of work in the beginning to clear our fields, and just feeling that now, just letting that go, completely clearing, and then anchoring in our beautiful, pristine light, our divine nature, touching the third eye, the heart, and the solar plexus, and then creating what was an overlay of the flower of life starting within our heart, and then it became a complete overlay over our energetic fields. So you may choose to listen to that light language several times just to allow that beautiful overlay of the flower of life to anchor it in and be a part of your experience, and to be loving support in these crazy times of intense energies. I was also told that, you know, the energies in the last 3 years even have been really intense. It seems like it's magnifying as well. It's like there's less downtime between the upgrade time, and so it can be pretty exhausting. But they said, you know, that the energy is much higher frequency now, and it's been building so that our physical vessel can hold more of this frequency. So if you're feeling it stronger now, it's because the frequency is rising along with the frequency of the amount of times that it's also coming. So the vibrational frequency and the time frequency are both increasing. So be kind and gentle with yourself. And now I'll bring through the Council of 12 and their message about mastery and what that means and what they would like to share with us regarding stepping into our mastery. And so it is, dear ones. We come before you in great joy and delight. We come before those who are already masters. That is why you can move into your mastery in these times. Those of you who are listening to this video, You are masters, and there is a part of you that knows your mastery. And we would say to you, beloveds, it is time to stop playing small, to fit in to the rest of the earth that is not ready, whether it's not their time or they're not willing to do what it takes to step into their mastery. But it is time for you to stop playing small so that you can fit into those who live in a world where they are not claiming their mastery. It is time for those of you who are listening, and know that if you are listening to this video, then this is including you, that it is time to claim your right as a sovereign being here in full wisdom of every lifetime you've ever lived, full wisdom of everything that lies within the Akashic records of this planetary system, full opportunity to access that knowing so that you can transform and transmute in this lifetime into one who is ascending. And indeed, as this one has spoken, we would say that the steps to ascension are, first, to make the decision that you are choosing ascension at this time. Second, to be willing to look into the very depths of the shadows within you. That is everything that you resist as emotional patterns, everything that you, whether you still are or have in the past, wanted to avoid because it was too hard to look at. You must look at these things, beloveds, in order for you to release the weight that is these patterns, these belief systems that were developed on your way to this current incarnation, on your way to be living so many lifetimes on planet Earth when she was very deeply anchored into the third dimension. It is time for you to release all of that debris and let it go. And you do it by looking in and being honest with yourself about what you're avoiding. This one recognized that there are times when she would even just go to a coffee shop to work instead of working at home, and recognizing that that was avoidance of what really needed to be done, because it's very easy to be distracted on the way when you're there. It was avoidance. And it's important for you to recognize even small things like that, all the old patterns that have held you down, weighted you down for so long, and now they are so familiar, so much a part of who you are, that it's often very hard for you to see them. There are people such as this one who can help you find those old patterns and clear and release them. You can ask your friends. Friends are able to see things about you that you do not want to see for yourself. For you see, beloveds, the shadow self is the part of yourself that you do not like, and therefore you don't want to admit you have it. So very often you see it in others, very easily recognizing what you could criticize and judge in others, not knowing that it is actually yourself that you are criticizing and judging. In truth, there is only you here. You are creating everything about your world. So you are creating those that you are criticizing and judging so that you can have a better understanding of what's within you that you are not liking. This is the shadow side. This is what needs to be witnessed and to be loved free. You developed it because you needed it at some point in your past incarnations, even in this incarnation. But now it must be witnessed and loved free. There's no sense judging yourselves for it, beloveds. That will not be supportive. Love yourself, honor whatever it is that you find, honor it. It was protecting you. It was working for you somehow. Honor it and love it and let it free. And then you can begin the process of moving into mastery. So we would say to you that mastery is indeed what this one has described. It is living a life free of internal turmoil. Because once you come to the place where you can accept whatever is happening in your life, then there is no disruption. There is no hardship. For hardship comes only from not accepting what is. Suffering comes only from not accepting what is. What you have not realized in the latest eons of time in your culture is that accepting what is the path to happiness. It's the path to joy. But you've been taught to try to override it, to try to fix it. You have many coping strategies where you choose to avoid it, and it stays with you. It never moves through you. It never finds its way through. And it can be overwhelming when you find patterns that have been with you for a long time, and they can get stuck in the body. So we would say that one way for you is to allow whatever it is you find, wherever that emotion feels overwhelming in your body, imagine the channel of light that runs through your entire being and disperse that emotional energy through that whole channel. This is a teaching of the Hathors. Disperse it through your whole channel so that it's not overwhelmed in one place in your physical vessel, and therefore it can move more freely, more easily. To come back to the mastery, it is when you can accept, okay, my car just broke down. How is this serving me? Okay, I recognize that I have this pattern of wanting to avoid. How is this serving me? This one just recently recognized that she has had a pattern of non-commitment to herself. She has recognized that she has not been one to declare goals and have a very strict schedule to stick to them and go step by step and do this and that. And in her exploration recently, she discovered that it's not a lack of commitment to her goals, a lack of commitment to her business, but a lack of commitment to herself. And in that discovery, because of where she is now in her own level of mastery, she is creating this very first Sound of Love recording, which is a response to that discovery. She created what she calls her power schedule, where she is committing now to herself, but she is ready to make that commitment because she has done all the clearing work of all the shadow beliefs and behaviors and thoughts and patterns that were covering up this realization that she wasn't committed to herself, and also that would have kept her from following through on this commitment to herself. Because she has done so much clearing and releasing of the past, she is now ready to make this commitment. So we hope that using her as an example is helping you understand how all of this works, how you come to the process of stepping into your mastery where you're willing to accept whatever shows up in your life. You're willing to know that it is your higher self leading you to what is the best outcome for you. And as is a popular saying on your planet, when you don't go willingly, you get hit by the 2x4. You might just have a little gentle tap, or it might be a really strong knock on the head. Symbolically, that is to say that when you do not recognize what your higher self is wanting you and go willingly, then things happen in your life experience that you could call suffering, but in truth, it's just your higher self, your soul, leading you to the outcome that is your highest outcome in this incarnation. You may go, you may not go. It is your choice, and it's not like you have failed if you don't go. You'll have other opportunities, but this is a grand opportunity at this time. This is a grand cycle. This is the beginning of a 26,000-year cycle. Just give yourself time to really think about that. This planet, many of you have waited 26,000 years in your various incarnations to get to this point in time where the energies are profound in the masses of humanity choosing ascension in this now moment, in this opportunity on earth. So we invite you, beloveds, to accept what is coming into your life, Use it as a way to see what patterns are still there, what needs to be cleared. Trust that life is always serving you, because it is always leading you to your highest guidance. And we would invite you to stop looking to the outside world and letting all of your focus be on the outside world. That is a huge distraction, beloveds. You know that there is a lot there to get lost in. And for many, it's much easier to get lost there than to get lost in the disruptions and the disturbances in your own life, to fall deeply down the pit into the shadows so that you can find out the truth of what's wanting to be purged and released in your own life. So bring yourself back. Mastery is bringing yourself back into this being that you are, doing your own work so that you can be the most radiant light on this earth, and then serving all by being the brightest beacon of light that you can be. Once you have achieved that level of doing your own internal work, because then you are a bright light in the world. You are completely healed within yourself, completely loving yourself, so that what you offer the world is pure love. Until you get to that point, you feel that you are offering love, and many of you truly are, because you are pure love. And yet, in a way, you could say that it's tainted love. Until you are fully loving yourself, the love that you express in the world is tainted with the shadows, with the energy that is lack of love for the self. And this is not to be criticizing you, beloveds, or to be judging you. There is no judgment. It is to say that the love that has existed on this earth for eons of time has not been the pure, unconditional love that you have the opportunity to feel and to integrate at this time. It is love that moves you to tears with the mere thought of it, because it is so pure. This is who you are. This is the core of light that is within you. This is your own divinity within you. And this is what we want you all to come to, beloveds. We want you all to feel this. For when you walk in that level of love and grace, the energy that you bring to this world is magnificent. So, beloveds, do not ever feel that you are being selfish by caring for the self, and that you are being selfish by meeting your own needs so that you can come to this place of internal peace and internal awareness. That is your greatest gift to all of humanity when you are living in that way. So, dear ones, we are going to say on behalf of this channel, if this channeling has brought up any questions for you, please put your questions in the comments below this video so that she may address them, so that all may have their questions answered, so that you may know the way of coming into this level of being the master that you are. And beloved, you have come here to create a world that exists with masters, co-creating with the Creator and with one another, co-creating this beautiful earth where all is love, where there is no judgment, because everyone is fully loving themselves, therefore there is no judgment within them to project onto the world. Allow yourself to imagine what the world would be like if you never had to worry about somebody else judging you, or what they were thinking about you, or how they were feeling about you. Because for one, you are so confident within yourself, you are so much in love within yourself that you know that if they have any judgment, it is theirs, not yours. And two, because you are resonating in such a beautiful energy of pure love that you come together to elevate the world, not to put it down, not to play small, You meet each other in your mastery as solid beings of light in full knowledge of who you are and the great love and light that you bring into the world. Give yourself time to create this, beloveds, because this is what you are coming into. This is the love that is awakening despite all the chaos, despite all of what many of you call madness upon this planet at this time, despite all that Gaia is doing to purge and clear and do what she needs to do to allow this to happen. This is what is underneath it all, is this great sun coming to surface once again to shine brightly after the storm. And you, each one of you listening, are a beautiful element, like a facet of the prism that is bringing this light alive on this planet. We are deeply honored to have this opportunity to be here, to speak with you, to witness you, to send our love to you, and also deeply honored that this channel has brought through the beautiful light language activation from the ancient ones to allow you to awaken more and more fully into this level of mastery that is the new earth that you create, each one of you, one at a time, as you come en masse into this level of carrying the energy that holds such divinity that you are going to be, incredulous about the joy and the majesty and the grace of the world that you will very soon find yourself living in. And so we leave you, beloved masters of the light, with an expression. Awaklahi makatala e ikachna o mika. Awaklaha tikia kana. Mikachua e ikana. Ikana takai o kana. Ich kama atwa e. Ikana a. Alawa a. Awanaha amaka. I katena. Okay, my beautiful friends. Be in that. Grow in joy and peace and grace. And I will see you soon. So much love.